Hi, my name is Maximilian Giel. I'm an outdoor and adventure photographer and also an alpinist, and today I want to talk about fear in the mountains. And I think that's a really important fact and a term that we actually need to talk about, because when people see what I'm doing, maybe with or without a rope, they always ask me like, don't you have any fear, or you're crazy, all that kind of stuff. And I think in general in life, fear is something that we absolutely need, because if we don't have any fear, we'll probably die pretty fast. That's totally for sure. But I think it's really there's like a kind of difference between fear, and maybe it's easier if you use the term panic, just as a difference to fear, because and there's another term that's respect, and these are like the three terms which are totally different. Let's start like maybe with the respect. And I'm really respectful what means the mountains, and this means I always had the goal. Like, let's start with a little story. 6 years ago, something like that, I was in the Valais on a small hill, like 2,300 meters or whatever, and I saw the Finsteraarhorn. And when I saw the Finsteraarhorn, I was like, I want to climb this mountain. And at this time, I actually didn't have any clue or any idea about alpinism, mountaineering, glaciers, nothing about that. Didn't have any clue. And I just like started to look how hard is it to climb this mountain, what do I need, the grade of climbing, the glaciers. And I also looked for a mountain guide, and I saw like I can do this with a mountain guide, it's not a problem, but the cost would be 1,200 Swiss francs, and that's quite a lot of money. And I thought about it, looked at it again, and then I just like said, okay, I'll train as long, and then I'll go there when I'm good enough to go there on my own. And that's what I basically did. And when we got there and we broke the trail up there in March 2016, everything was perfect. There was no weak moment, everything was fine. And that's what I mean with respect. And you should never lose it. And there's a lot of meaning of the good feeling, from your belly in the mountains, because I've turned on routes that are basically easy, and I've climbed them maybe 50 times before, and there have been days where I thought, today is not the day. And that's what I mean. It's not that I have fear, but I respect that I feel it's not the right thing to do today. And so while I really respect the mountain, and I really know about the dangers, so the fear and the respect actually go hand in hand, and that's really important. And what I try to avoid that I ever get panic on a mountain. Because we come to the last term, panic for me means that I lose control. And when you lose control, you won't be able to make clear decisions. And this might be a fatal situation on the high mountains or even on the small hills. There have been tons of deadly accidents on really low mountains where someone slipped on the grass. So that's also a really important fact. Don't just have the respect for the high mountains, also have it for nature in general. For sure, in the mountains, nature is much better feelable than maybe somewhere in the flatlands. That's totally clear. And yeah, it's different risks that you have to consider when you go to the mountains, especially to the high ones. But you can prepare, and because you are like you have fear of avalanches and rockfall, so you probably will start early because you respect the mountain, and so the chance may be a little bit smaller that something bad happens. And what's regarding the exposure and the climbing, I think it's just a mental game. If you climb bridges that are really thin and it's right or left, it's going really steep down, it's not really hard, but you just like need to stop, think about what happens if I slip. You just need to trust in your abilities, and that's something that you can train. You can go climbing, you can do these kind of tours, you can work on it, and that's, for me, that's all kind of the respect regarding the mountains. And that's what I want to tell you. Try to prepare, respect the mountains, and also don't see the fear in generally as something negative. And then you'll hopefully never get into a situation where you actually panic. And I always think about like a plan B, C, or D. And this is really important, and never risk your life for a summit. So if you feel it's not the right day, even 20 meters below the summit, you better go home safely and come again. And don't push it till the end, because the more you are at the edge, the higher the risk it is that you might not come back. And that's the most important part and most important thing about every expedition, tour, whatever. Main goal is to come back home safely. So respect the mountains, accept some fear, but a normal fear, prepare yourself, and then you'll have a lot of fun out there. So with these words, I hope it could help you a little bit more. This was helpful for you. If you liked it, put a thumbs up, and if you want to stay updated, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. And now I'll show you some nice scenes from out there, and I wish you a great day. See ya.